Hello, Stu here. Ever wanted to know the point of life, point of existence? I've got it, and I found it, and I looked at different religions and philosophies and worked out there's a pattern through all of them, and I extracted that pattern, and I've got it, and I'm going to give it to you. Just bits and pieces, like I've got like 9 minutes for this video, so it'll just be lots of videos, about 9 minutes. So yeah, I mean, I've done so many stupid things in my life and said stupid things to people, and I regret tons of stuff I've done in my life. I wish that I'd done things differently, but I think I had to work out what the point of life was, which I did. So I sat down, did a lot of research, and this is it. So if you listen to it, this is the point of life. It's, yeah, it takes a bit of work, but it's the point of life. And I'll just try to get through a bit of it, then a bit more, then a bit more, then a bit more, and we'll just keep on going. So, okay, let's start off. Honesty equals strength. There's no greater strength than that of honesty. So if you're an honest, ethical person, you have great inner strength. Pure love is the most wonderful of all human characteristics. Pure love is not lust, it's just a genuine love and wanting the best for people. Selfish desires corrupt people's thoughts and actions. So, yeah, and whatever you do in life comes back to you in some way. So it comes back to us in some way. So if we're in control of all of our thoughts and actions, we have positive thoughts and actions. Positive things take hold in our lives. We have negative thoughts and negative actions. Negative stuff takes hold. So if we're in control of our thoughts and actions, we're in control of our destiny, and you can see your character will have integrity without self-doubt because you have honourable thoughts and actions. Okay, difficult times are the best opportunities to learn and grow. So it might seem really tough at the start, going through tough times, but generally we grow more in difficult times, and we all go through them. It just takes a while sometimes. Nothing is permanent. The world is in constant change, and so is every living thing. So we're just going through constant change all the time, and so is the world. Nothing is, we've got to have, if we can sort of get some balance in life, the yin and the yang, as long as we sort of try to achieve balance, we'll have, happier. We won't be focused on one thing, we'll sort of have a bit of a balance of everything. Okay, any negative emotion is sort of our own fault. So it's just a universal guidance system telling us that we went down with the wrong path with a thought or action. So it's going back again to being in control of your thoughts and actions. So negative thoughts can lead to negative feelings, that sort of thing. So anyone can influence anyone. So positive influence on people is really, really good. Everyone's got the ability to change. So we might, we just have to, we can all change over our lives, and we all do. We're not the same people as we were. We go through different experiences and change. And we've got to be patient. Whatever is needed for us will be given to us. So you just got to believe there's something beyond our lives here, like a spiritual side. I'm not affiliated with any religion. Like, I don't really particularly like organised religion, I think, but it's important to have a spiritual side. It's important to believe our lives are worth something beyond this life. It's not just, we're here and that's it. There's a reason we're here, and there's lessons we need to learn, and we grow, and we take that to the next journey. So, we've probably all had theories of life as we grow. We've maybe, I've done all these things too. Studied and attained. Well, I haven't studied and attained degrees, but people do. They might feel great, and then they might have climbed a mountain to find a higher purpose, maybe with travel, being competitive in sport or work, I wanted to achieve, and maybe tried extreme sports to get close to death and appreciate life more. I mean, all these things give us meaning and happiness, but this type of happiness doesn't last. True happiness isn't a roller coaster of rides and ups and downs. It's a genuine feeling of well-being all of the time. And so if we follow this kind of program, we'll have we'll feel good all of the time. It won't be just these splutters of bits and pieces, and it's a genuine feeling of well-being all the time. Okay, so this is the book. I'm just reading a book here. This is the Entree. Entree is a small but important serving which increases the appetite for more knowledge. So this is going back to honesty. So which is honesty equals strength. If you can use this important action in your daily routine, then your life becomes easier and you can focus on more important aspects of living. I define honesty as always having honourable thoughts and actions, always be honest, truthful and ethical, which is the same as having integrity. There's no greater strength than that of honesty. It might seem a fairly obvious and easy trait to possess, but you might be surprised how often you lie, or we lie, and we're deceitful in everyday life. So it can become second nature if we do it enough, but if we tell the truth all the time, that becomes second nature too. We just are honest all the time. That's a really nice trait. So I'm just going to skip through that a bit because I'm going to jump on to pure love. Okay, so this is the main course. This is the main reason. This is the main part of life, which is it's compassion, it's empathy, it's altruism, it's being selfless. So I define pure love as putting your mind focused on other people and the environment in a loving and caring way. Start thinking about others and see the tough times people go through and the environment goes through. Love people unconditionally and treat them as if they're your brother or sister. Look at the world to say, I'm here to help because I love everybody and everything. The giving of ourselves to help others is what pure love is all about. So it's good to help people when asked and even help when not asked. Help, learn as much as you can about people so you can understand each people, and just go out there and give it a crack. There's a lot of benefits of having pure love too, which is if you're realising helping people's misfortune and the giving of yourself is mentally healthy and stimulating. If you have trouble with fears or anxieties, this will help you break away from these life debilitating problems. So because your focus is not on yourself, it's on someone else. So instead of worrying about all your problems, I've got this, I've got that, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, it sort of pales into insignificance when you see other people's problems and there to help them. Yours all go away. So it's really quite a nice feeling. If you're seen as a compassionate, empathetic and an honest person, you'll be seen as a great person because you're contributing to life. So and this feeling of helping and caring is a great way to bond with other people too. So you might look at situations and think, there's a really wealthy and healthy person, they must be happy, but no, they're the most unhappiness. They could be very selfish, they could be competitive. So everyone, needs a hand at that everyone needs a hand at some point in his or her life, and everybody's in this together. So we're all in this life together. We should be all trying to help each other get through it, and we're all brother and sister, we're all helping each other, and we should be all loving each other, and it's and we should be always willing to help and give and share what we have, because the generosity will come back in the long run, which comes under cause and effect. So if you're a giving person, it comes back to you. And it comes back to you 10 times over. It doesn't come back to you just a little bit, it comes back to you 10 times over. And but you shouldn't be giving to get something back. You just give because you want to help people. And you treat others how you like to be treated, which is important. And it's funny, pure love is a human quality that is coveted by most religions. And if you can understand and encompass pure love in your daily living, then any negative fears and emotions are replaced with inner strength and focus. We shouldn't be living in a way for this world. We should be, doing things, and we can take it to the next part of the journey. So, if we're doing all these good deeds and everything, you might think, well, we do all these good deeds and we end up, dead anyway. That's true. So we've got to have a belief that there's something beyond this life. Again, I'm not affiliated with any religion, but I think to have a spiritual side, to feel like, your life is worth so much. Everyone's life, our lives are worth, it's so important, our lives, so we've got to make the most of it. And we've got to, deal with it in the right ways, with, pure love, with honesty, seeing how the world works in terms of, we're going to end up passing at some stage. So we just, it's good to do some good deeds, because at the end of our lives, what we're left with is our deeds. You can't take money with you. We're left with our good deeds and bad deeds. So do good deeds, you're left with this, these good deeds could last hundreds of years. You've done something wonderful, and you can take it past to the next part of life. But so I'll just do a bit more and a bit more and a bit more. There's lots to go through, but this is the end of this one. So love you, bye.